5 important thoughts about qualified charitable distributions. I'm Bob DePasquale, and today we're talking about QCDs, or qualified charitable distributions, from your retirement accounts. You've likely worked very hard to save for retirement, and maybe your employer offered what was called a 401k or 403b, where you deferred taxes on income and put it into account, invested it, and it has grown. And now you realize maybe you don't need all that money yourself and you'd like to give it to charity. And that's where qualified charitable distributions come in. You have an opportunity to take money out of these accounts, avoid the taxes, and give it to charity. That way you can give that much more to the causes you care about. Let's get into the 5 considerations. The first one is that you have to be 70 and a half years of age to complete a QCD. And even if your required minimum distributions don't start until 72, you can still do this. And then when you turn 72, your QCDs will count towards those RMDs, or required minimum distributions. The second consideration is that IRAs are the only vehicles that qualify for this. You cannot make a QCD from an employer-sponsored retirement plan. But don't worry, you may be able to create an RIA and move some money from that plan into the IRA and then make your QCD. I mentioned just a moment ago that your QCD can count towards your RMD, meaning your qualified charitable distribution will be credited to your required minimum distribution. But you have to make sure that you do not take possession of this money. It has to go directly to the charity. The maximum amount of money that you can offer in a QCD is $100,000 per year. Now, if you're married and your spouse also has an IRA, they can also give $100,000. So for a married couple, that means they can provide $200,000 of benefit directly from their IRAs without paying taxes to charitable causes. The 5th and final consideration is to make sure the transaction is done properly. You'll want to work with an organization and a professional that will help you do that, because you don't want to take this money as income and then you'll avoid the tax benefits. In conclusion, it's important to note that a QCD is only one way to do charitable giving. It's a great option for people who don't need to use the money in their RIAs, but like I said, there are other ways to do this, and you always want to consider the different types of assets that you have and how, where, and when they should be given. At Initiate Impact, we love having these conversations and help people to be as generous as they can possibly be with the resources they have. Have a great rest of your day, a generous week. We'll talk to you next time.